Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back to Storytime with Ms Olu. I've got a wonderful book to share with you today. The title of the book I'm going to be reading with you today is called Bad Dad. It's written by David Williams. This story is about a dad that is a racing champion dad, and his 11-year-old son. But something terrible happened in the story. Let's find out what happened. Bad dad. Roll, roll went Dad's car as it sped round the dirt track. Frank's father was a banger racer. It was a dangerous sport. Cars would smash into each other, bang, wallop, crunch, and they zoomed round and round. Dad raised an old Mini that he had souped up himself. He had painted a Union Jack on the car and named her Queenie after a lady he admired, Her Majesty the Queen. The car became as famous in racing circles as that. Queenie's engine made an unmistakable sound like a lion. Roar! Dad was the king of the track. He was the greatest banger racer the town had ever seen. People came from all over the country to watch him race. Nobody won more times than him. Week after week, month after month, year after year, Dad would lift the trophies above his head as the crowd cheered and shouted his name. Gilbert the Great! Gilbert the Great! Gilbert the Great! Here is Dad with his trophy. Life was golden because Dad was a local hero. Everyone wanted to know him. Whenever he took his son out for pie and match, the owner of the shop would give them double helpings and then wouldn't let them pay a penny. If Frank was walking down the street with his father, people in cars would beep their horns, beep, beep, and smile and wave. The boys always felt a burst of pride whenever that happened. Frank even got marked up on a test by his math teacher after the man got a photo taken with his dad at parents' evening. No one was a bigger fan of Dad than his own son. Are you a biggest fan of your dad? The boy worshipped his father. He was a hero to him. Frank longed to be just like his dad one day, a champion racing car driver. His dream was to one day drive Queenie. As you might expect, father and son looked alike. Both were short and round, with sticky out ears. The boy looked like someone had put his dad into a shrinking machine. Of all the children at his school, Frank knew he was never going to be the tallest, or the handsomest, or the strongest, or even the cleverest, or the funniest. But he had seen the magic and wonder his father could create with his skills and courage on the racetrack. More than anything, he wanted to taste that. As for Dad, he forbade his son from watching him race. The night would start with plenty cars speeding around the track, and by the end there would be just one car still standing. Drivers often got badly injured in the pileups, and sometimes spectators did too if the car crashed into the stand. It's dangerous, mate, said Dad. Gilbert always called his son mate. They were father and son, but best friends too. But Dad, the boy would plead as his father tucked him up in the bed. No buts, mate. I don't want you to see me get hurt. But you're the best. You never get hurt. I said no buts. Now, come on. Be a good boy. Give us a Google. Go to sleep. Dad would always plant a kiss on his son's forehead before he went out to race for the night. As for Frank, he would close his eyes and pretend to be asleep. However, as soon as he heard the door close, he would creep out of the bed and crawl down the hallway to the front door so as not to alert his mom. The woman will always shut herself in her bedroom and speak in hushed tones on the telephone whenever her husband was out of the house. Still dressed in his pajamas, the boy would run all the way to the racetrack. Just outside the stadium was a huge tower of rusty old cars that had been smashed up in previous races. Frank would climb up to the top of the pile. There, he had the best view of the race. The boy would sit cross-legged on the roof of the highest car and watch all the bangers speed by. Every time his father's Mini Queenie zoomed past, roaring as she went, the boy would cheer. Go, Dad, go, Dad. Dad had no idea his son was up there. The man barred his son from watching him race because he feared the worst thing might happen. One night, it did. What happened? Do you know what happened? Okay. I am going to stop here and start with chapter 2 the next time. This is going to be the end of our story for today. But we are going to learn about what happened to the boy's dad. I hope you come back and join me to find out what happened to the boy's dad. Thank you very much for joining Ms Olu today on Story Time with Ms Olu. Bye for now.